Hello guys, today I'm going to cover 5 simple exercises for legs that you can do at home with no equipment. On top of that, we'll look at some variations for each exercise. First one that we're going to do is standard squats. So you have normal shoulder width apart stance, you tuck your stomach in and then put your hands either on top of your shoulders or keep them straight in front of you. Lower yourself down, keeping the lower back straight, and once your quads are parallel to the floor, push up again. You can do them on a wider stance. Again, same technique. Stomach, keep it tight, hands to your shoulders, and you lower yourself down. Trying to keep your knees out to avoid them from bending in. Once you reach parallel, up again. And finally, you can do them on a narrow stance. Same technique. However, mobility plays a big role here. With limited mobility, this one can be tricky. Keeping your stomach in, hands to your shoulders, lower yourself. Once you reach parallel, push up again. Right, the next exercise we're going to do is side to side squats. So you start with, again, a shoulder width stance, and you move one of your legs, this one for example, outwards until you bend your knee all the way forwards 90 degrees. Then up again, and you can either do same side or changing sides. Things to keep in mind when you're doing this exercise: shoulder width apart, as I've mentioned, hands either to your shoulders or in front of you or crossed in front of you. Once you lower yourself down, before you lower yourself down, keep your stomach tight. Once you lower yourself down, remember to keep your stomach tight. Try to make an effort to keep your knee pointing in the same direction as your toes. Avoid your knee from bending in or out. Once you've reached 90 degrees, keeping all your body tight, you push up again, and then you repeat the rep either to the same side or to the alternative side. The next exercise that we're going to cover is lunges. Simplest variation, feet shoulder width apart. You move either your right leg forward or your left leg forward. Remember to keep your stomach tight. Hands to your shoulders or in front of you. Stand forwards. You can make your knee touch, but ideally you want to keep it just before it touches. And then back again. And then alternative leg. And then back again. Keep in mind, stomach tight, shoulders, shoulder blades retracted, and your hands to your shoulders. Alternative version of this exercise is jumping lunges, where you start with a shoulder width apart stance and you jump either right leg forward first, left leg forward first into a lunge stance, and then from this position you jump into the alternative lunge stance. A harder version of this exercise is one leg lunges. So you can use the chair like I've got here, or you can use steps, or you can use anything that elevates one of your legs. You put your left or your right leg behind it, you lower yourself, and up again, down, and up again. Things to keep in mind, very similar. Keeping your stomach tight, remember to breathe in just before you do the exercise, and try to keep your breath inside of you to keep your whole body tight, and exhale when you're coming up. Next exercise that we're going to cover is 12 o'clock squats. This one's not too hard, but it will be very beneficial for your mobility. So you start at a place where you've got space in front of you, to your sides and behind you. As the name says, you're trying to get all the hours in a clock. So you get your 12 o'clock first. Important thing, same as always, keep your stomach tight, hands to your shoulders. Your 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock squat. Whenever you're doing this, try to keep your toes always pointing slightly forwards or at a very slight angle to help your knee track in the same direction. 9 o'clock, and you go on so on and so forth. 6 o'clock backwards. As soon as you start going to the opposite side, it becomes a bit hard, so within your mobility limits, do it as far as you can. You might want to skip 3 o'clock, so you go on to the side, a bit further forwards, and 12 o'clock again. And you repeat the same thing with the opposite leg. The final exercise that we're going to do is a little bit more advanced than a simple squat. So you can do, again, similar stance, lower yourself, knob jumping, so jumping squats. Same cues apply here, keeping your stomach tight. You can keep your hands at your shoulders or in front of you. And a more advanced version is with a single leg, you lower yourself down and up again. Single leg squat. Pistol squat if your legs in front of you. If your legs behind you, it's a little bit easier. Again, this exercise is not only limiting because of strength, because of mobility as well. So you might want to try it holding something to make it easier for you. So holding either a door frame or a handle, something, you lower yourself 90 degrees and up again. Same with both legs.